Hi, I'm Charlotte Moser, co-director of the Vaccine Education Center at Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. It's hard to believe that we're already talking about Season 3 of VEC Vaccine Notes, but here we are. When we started this series in the fall of 2025, we shared that we wanted to make sure you could get reliable vaccine information while on the go. This goal has become all the more important over time as we are increasingly witnessing outbreaks of vaccine-preventable diseases and watching as changes to federal vaccine recommendations in the United States diverge from the science. As scientists, parents, neighbors, and friends, these developments are heartbreaking to us. For decades, we have been studying the science and trying to help people get accurate information to inform their families' vaccine decisions. We hope that VEC Vaccine Notes has helped by offering the vaccine information that is on our website in video and podcast formats. Once we complete Season 3, we will have covered more than 30 diseases that can be prevented or made less severe through vaccination. Not all of the vaccines against these diseases are routinely recommended, but if there is a vaccine option, or as we covered in Season 2 with Lyme, a disease that we hope will have a vaccine option soon, we will have discussed it. The first episode of Season 3 will drop on April 15th, right around the time of National Public Health Week. The episode will be about meningococcus, a bacterial disease that can literally take a life in a few hours. New episodes will be available each Wednesday thereafter through mid-June. The second episode will be about Haemophilus influenzae type B, or Hib, another bacterial infection that can cause meningitis. In fact, Hib was the most common cause of meningitis in children less than 5 years of age before there was a vaccine to protect against it. Now, infants get 3 or 4 doses of a vaccine against Hib, beginning around 2 months of age. To celebrate successes like the Hib vaccine, each year public health officials in communities across the country celebrate National Infant Immunization Week. This year, the Hib episode will drop during that annual celebration. During Season 3, we'll also discuss another disease for which we currently don't have a vaccine in the United States. It's called cytomegalovirus, or CMV. When a woman is infected during pregnancy, the baby can be born with birth defects that lead to long-term health issues. Other Season 3 topics will include smallpox, dengue, cholera, hepatitis A, Japanese encephalitis virus, typhoid, and yellow fever. Several of these are considered travel vaccines, meaning they're only recommended for certain groups of people, often travelers, who are at increased risk for exposure. However, we hope you'll tune in even for these episodes, because first, it's always good to know which vaccines are available if you need them. And second, having vaccines to protect people at risk from these infections are important scientific achievements, especially when you consider the risks that are associated with some of these infections. Perhaps the starkest example is smallpox. It's the only human disease we've successfully eradicated through vaccination. Eradication means no one anywhere in the world is infected with that virus. It's why we no longer vaccinate children against smallpox. But as you'll hear during the discussion, smallpox killed about 3 of every 10 people it infected, and many of the survivors were left with lifelong pockmarks that identified them at a glance as survivors of this horrible disease. We hope you'll join us this spring for Season 3 of VEC Vaccine Notes. And as always, if you have vaccine questions that you can't find the answer to, check our website at vaccine.chop.edu or submit your question using the form on that website. We're always here to help. Thanks for listening today.